Why are people not investing in property? Because they don't have the money, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the experience, they don't have the contacts. They're too busy with their kids, they're too busy with the work. They work full time so they don't have time, or genuinely they just don't believe it's something that they can do. Even though they've seen other people do it, they watch TV programs of people doing it. Average people doing it, but there's always something that's like, oh, they got inheritance, or they was lucky, that makes people stop. My name is Mark Harvey. Over the last few years, I have done over £16 million worth of deals just like this one you can see in the background. Now, I want to show you how you can actually turn £50,000 into £350,000 in assets and get a recurring £50,000 a year as well. That's like 100% on your money. When I left school, I was wearing this kit here using the tools, and I had no idea that I didn't even believe that I could be on the investor side, or like the people owning the sites or owning the properties. Reason being, I was on a building site, and the son of the owner of that site, we were building 6 houses at the time, came over to me and he said, yeah, Mark, why are you not doing this yourself? And I was like, well, you need money to make money. And at that stage, I think I was like 18, 19 years old, maybe even 20 years old at that stage. Yeah, and I genuinely thought I needed money to make money. And when I said that, he said, yeah, you're right. So that kind of solidified that false belief. And I didn't do anything for many, many years after that. But then I realized, I seen some training, it was advertised online, I went to this training, I almost wanted to prove it wrong, that you can invest and build property portfolios with zero of your own money. I mean, some people are still skeptical about it today, even though, you know, I've trained over 200 people who have got to that millionaire status in just the last couple of years. And most of them, not all of them, but most of them using zero of their own money for the first 2 to 4 million. Can you hear that? Well, you definitely can hear it now. Not just seeing this for myself, but hundreds of other people as well, live in the room when we've been doing our trainings, we've been doing our get-togethers, of people actually raising investor finance. I was just having a conversation with you, in fact. And like, it's so surprising how many people have money and they're readily available, wanting to invest and wanting to partner with you, wanting to partner with me, give me their money because I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to understand how to put deals like this together, which is producing cash flow. Because that's people's biggest problem, is that they're working in a job, and that job is paid. There's nothing wrong with a job, by the way, but if the only way you make money is a trade-off for your time, you will die working, or eventually just not have enough money to survive on or live on. With increasing costs, inflation, they're printing money like no tomorrow. And if you've watched the paid for series on the YouTube channel, which, by the way, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of those videos. If you watch the paid for series, we'll actually show you how to get a return on your money so you can get paid to own a property like this. You can get paid to go on holiday. You can get paid to own a car. You can get paid to live in your dream home. So drop a comment, ask any questions, we'll point you in the right direction. But this particular property right here, if you started out with £50,000, all you need that for is the deposit for this property. Because what you're going to do is you're going to leverage the rest of the money from the bank. Now, the way this deal is actually set up, and creative construction here is just facilitating it. So we're actually helping our tribe members be able to do this here. And how are they doing it? They put their deposit down, and actually they even borrowed that. So even if you didn't have the 50 in the beginning, you can borrow the 50, and we teach people how to do that. So you got the 50 down as a deposit, yeah, and to pay for some other costs. That buys the property, and then the rest of it is leveraged from the bank. So we get a bridge loan from the bank, 75% of the value of what it was when we started. And what we've got is a development loan. So the bank have also lending the money, so based on the work that gets carried out, they'll give us at every phase of the job the amount of money that it costs to be able to pay for the build work. So we're also leveraging the cost of the entire works to turn it into 6 units, which is 4 double ensuite rooms and 2 studios, which will be generating anywhere between £35,000 and £40,000 a year in rent. Now, why is that there? Because sometimes there is management, sometimes there's you've got to get used to getting your rooms rented out until you've got the systems in place, until you can start having 95 plus% occupancy. We're talking about one property here, but that's how you can get literally £50,000, turn it into 350k. We've already had a prop valuation on properties like this and other ones close by just on another street, which we're going to go to after here. So like I said, subscribe so you get the updates of all these different projects, because the more you see, the more real it becomes that you can do it for yourself. And some people might even ask, why am I sharing this information? Why don't I just keep it to myself? Isn't that a little bit boring? I'd rather do it with you guys and do it with other people. You know, someone said to me, is there enough deals? My answer was, I don't think there's enough quality property investors, and I mean one's doing a good enough job. I don't think there's enough property investors to do all of the deals. That's what I see is happening right now. So if you want to get your hands on one of these, stay tuned to this. Check out the other resources in the description here that you can get your hands on. It will help you get started in your property journey.